Venezuela as they're about to begin introductions. Venezuela led yesterday by Velasco Perez with 21 points. Daniela Wallen had 6 rebounds. Ivani Marquez had 4 assists. Daniela Wallen in that game, 7 steals. Virgin Islands led by Imani Tate had 19 points. You mentioned Natalie Day with 10 rebounds. Tate also had 3 assists. And if you're William Colon for Virgin Islands, what do you do to try to get Day more open shots?
Bring her off some singles, some double screens. And the other thing is that she wasn't aggressive early on. It wasn't until the second half starting to take the ball, 1 to 2 dribbles, looking to get some shots off. Maybe try doing that earlier in the game today.
Virgin Islands did not shoot the ball well yesterday. They were just 34.7% from two-point range, only 7% from three-point range. Venezuela not much better from, in fact, they were worse from two-point range. They were 33%. They shot pretty well from beyond the arc at 43.8%. But both teams need better production offensively today if they have any hope of advancing to the semis.
Yes, so it should be like the first game when we saw both teams coming out with a lot of energy because they know what's at stake. So one of these teams is going to have the victory today and the other one's going to be 0-2. So it should be an entertaining game also.
Both teams need to take better care of the ball as well. Virgin Islands had 23 turnovers yesterday, while Venezuela had 17. So both teams definitely need to clean some things up today if they have any hope of advancing. Time now for the anthems. First, for the designated visiting team in this game, Virgin Islands. And now the national anthem for the home team, Venezuela. Once again, welcome back to Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires, Argentina, for the 2017 FIBA Women's Americup Championship. Alongside Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Feda. Those are our officials for this contest between Venezuela and Virgin Islands. From Canada, Mary-Pierre Malo. From Uruguay, Andres Bartel. And from Chile, Felipe Ibarra. Our FIBA commissioner for this game, Gabriela Araya of Costa Rica. As we look at the small roster for Coach William Colon, brought just 10 players, led by Centro Basket MVP Natalie Day. 6'1" product, playing professionally in France. As we look at William Colon's starters, Day, Bow, Hamilton, Tate, and Anisha George. Same starting five as yesterday. Saw some good things out of Kadisha Berry from Virgin Islands. She's a high-energy player in there at guard. Itiana Taylor played well at times as well. And there's the roster for Venezuela. They only brought 11. As they are without Rosalie Silva. Let's see if Coach Oscar Silva makes any changes to his starting lineup. Corrales, Marquez, Wallen, Renault, and Velasco Perez. Same starting five as yesterday for Venezuela. So no changes in this Group A contest. Venezuela comes into this game ranked 30th in the world. Virgin Islands at 50. There you get a look at the two stars from yesterday. Velasco Perez had 21 points against Brazil, and Imani Tate had 19 against Argentina.
He chipped in with 8 boards.
I think this is going to be a really interesting game. I think we may have the potential of seeing what we had in that first game, as you look at William Colon talking to his team before they come out. Again, just a tremendous contest between Paraguay and Cuba.
We talked about that during the break, that this game should be just as intense.
Yeah. Both of these teams hungry for points. 2 more games coming up after this one. We have Colombia and Brazil at 6:35. The Colombians making their debut against a tough Brazil squad. And then the nightcap with Argentina having the night off along with Mexico. The final game of the day will feature the Canadians taking on Puerto Rico. Canada, the defending champion in this tournament. They won in 2015 in Edmonton when it was called the FIBA Americas Championship. It's the same tournament, just a different name. FIBA has standardized it across the globe. So you have the Asia Cup, the Africa Cup, and so forth.
There's a lot of FIBA basketball being played right now across
there sure
the world.
Is. And the Men's Americup Championship coming up not long after this tournament ends, 9 or 10 days, I think. That will take place. The first 3 days of that tournament will take place in Medellin, Colombia. The second 3 days in Montevideo, Uruguay. George wins the tip, yeah. And Natalie Day fouled on the first shot of the game. And then the finals will be played in Cordoba, Argentina. So 3 countries in 7 days. Free throw by Day is no good. The foul was on Daniela Wallen. Obviously her first, as we're only 4 seconds into the game. And Virgin Islands with a 1-0 lead. Ivani Marquez Gets it to Venezuela Perez.
Got to talk on those screens.
Almost looked like a travel by Corrales, but she gives it up in the lane, and here comes Virgin Islands. It's Hamilton. Out to Lenice Bow. Over to Hamilton again.
Screen.
Shot
Take a
clock
look inside.
Shot clock at 10.
Travel.
Anisha George indeed traveled, the 19-year-old from Moberly Community College. Just underway here in game number 2 on day number 2. Nice feed from Ivani Marquez, but Daniela Wallen could not get it to go. We're glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world. Venezuela Perez kicks that one, and it goes out of bounds. You'd think with the proclivity of soccer here in South America, they might let a few of those kicks go.
You know, Day passed that out. When she made that pass, she was right in front of the ring there. Nice little hook shot would have been nice to see out of the lefty.
Hamilton with a nice shot from about 12 feet, and Virgin Islands leads 3-0. Wallen on the left side to Perez, around the screen by Corrales. Venezuela pops for 3, that's no good. Rebound Day. Hamilton now on the left side. Pass intercepted by Renault. Venezuela Perez ahead, now back to Marquez. Her three-pointer no good. And Venezuela, nearly 2 minutes into the game, still without a point. Day, beg your pardon. That's Imani Tate. Yep. Loses it underneath, and
already the Virgin Islands is looking inside every time down. So trying to establish the inside game right away.
Victoria Hamilton sits down, and Tanika Carey comes on. And Hamilton getting tended to by the team trainer. She didn't look right from the outset. Looked like she was moving a little gingerly and then came down and seemed like she was not 100%. So,
well, we noticed that yesterday in the game.
Yep.
Late in the game, she was limping getting back on defense.
Now to Venezuela Perez, three-pointer on the way, airmailed. Renault catches it underneath. Wisely goes back up. Shot clock expiring. I'm not sure why that was a shot clock violation. That was clearly
out of her hand.
Out of her hand, yeah. And it hit the rim, so.
Head tap's going to be the stack play on both sides. They'll put them at free throw line extended and then play out of it.
Now, as a coach, Mark, these are teams that you obviously haven't seen very much. They're not American teams. But there's some international symbols. You got the head tap, you got the horns, you got number 1, you got 2 down.
Yeah, it's just
if you know these plays and I know these plays,
then the opposite team should know these plays.
Why do they work? If the
well,
other
you
team
know what?
can know what's coming.
But it's execution. You know, the thing that we always say as coaches, I could give you all the game tapes of what we do, and if I don't execute, then you can stop me. But if I execute and you still know what's coming, then I should be able to get what I want to do. It comes down to execution. They're going to run it again.
That explains why John Stockton and Carl Malone were so good. Everybody knew the pick and roll was coming.
Right.
But they executed it to absolute sheer perfection.
Now, do you think you'd want to get hit by a Carl Malone screen?
Well, I'm a bigger guy than you are, so. Of course, after those steaks you ate last night, you might be able to absorb a shot from Mr. Malone.
Oh, my. Yes, and I wouldn't get up.
From the steaks or from Carl Malone?
A little bit of both. More from Carl Malone.
Those were some good eats last night.
Sticking with the head tap play. They're getting good things out of it. it gives you freedom.
Oh, quick hands there. Daniela Wallen with the steal and the easy bucket, and Venezuela is on the board. 3 minutes and 43 seconds into the game.
Now Venezuela's adjusting to the head tap play.
Shot blocked by Marquez. Shot clock at 10 now. Tate hounded by Perez from behind. Now Perez kicked that one and no whistle. You saw Perez put her hand over her mouth. She couldn't believe they didn't call that. Marquez picks up the dribble, gets it to Corrales. Her jumper is no good. Renault fights for the rebound and gets tied up. And that will be Venezuela ball on the possession arrow. What was the name of the place we ate at last night? Sigue de Vaca? Follow the cow?
I meant follow the cow, and we sure did.
Yeah, we followed it right up to the grill.
Oh, nice head shoulder fake by Corrales.
Corrales gets stripped on the way up. Renault comes away with it, but misses. And Day the rebound. 5.5 minutes to play. Not a lot of scoring thus far. Now Day off the glass, the pretty jumper and the bank.
I already like what she's doing a lot better today. She's being more involved, she's being more assertive with the basketball.
She's already got 5. She only had 7 yesterday. Ivani Marquez now left side. Around Renault. Loses the handle. Shot clock down to 6. Marquez launches the 3. No good. And the rebound saved by Day. Here comes Tate. Right side to Carey.
See, now they've gone away from the head tap play because Venezuela adjusted to it.
Day misses. Perez the rebound. Another 3 no good for Venezuela. 7-2 in favor of Virgin Islands.
Little dribble handoff.
Tanika
Roll,
Carey.
there it is. Nice. Nice execution.
Day altered that shot, or rather, Perez altered that shot by Day at the last minute. Now Perez takes it strong and lays it in. And Venezuela cuts the lead to 3, 7-4. Valeska Perez gets her first 2 points. Perez just 23 years old. Expect her to have a long and fruitful career on the Venezuelan national team.
Definitely a solid player.
I think she made her debut last year at the South American Championships. I don't think she played in Edmonton in 2015. But she had a very strong tournament in Edmonton. Showed a little immaturity, though. Showed frustration at times and kind of took it out on the court.
That can happen with a young player.
But she seems to be much more composed, although we did see a little...
Nice takeaway.
Her get a little mixed up with a couple players yesterday.
That's right.
So that foul for Venezuela was on Marielka Garate. Her first third-team foul. Virgin Islands has not committed an infraction yet. Taylor bends and hits the second, and Virgin Islands has doubled up Venezuela 8-4.
Venezuela 0 for 5 from the three-point land.
Perez pulls up from the left elbow. Pretty shot by Valeska Perez. And she gets Venezuela back to within 2 at 8-6.
By the same token, the Virgin Islands hasn't attempted a three-pointer yet.
Tate. Hamilton. Now it gets poked away by Wallen. Up ahead to Wallen. Lets the defender go by. Couldn't connect. And Wallen commits the foul, perhaps a little bit out of frustration there on Taylor.
If she throws that bounce pass to the other side, to the other hand, away from the defender, it doesn't happen. Basketball is a game of angles, and as a point guard, you got to get good angles, good passing angles to get it in there, and also read the defender, what side they're playing them on. Well, UCLA cut there.
You've used that phrase a number of times over the last day or so. Explain what a UCLA cut is.
So what you have the point guard passes to the wing, and then you usually have on the elbow either your 4 or your 5, and you just run down the lane off of them. Now, two things can happen. You can cut off of that, maybe get a quick layup. She could go down maybe 3-4 feet, come back up and set an up screen for which we haven't seen yet. That's one that we like to use.
Wow, quick hands by Perez. She loses it.
Comes from the old John Wooden UCLA teams from the 60s and early 70s that he ran that. Of course, when you have 5 All-Americans out there, everything looks good.
And an offensive foul against Venezuela. I think they got Ivani Marquez. Maybe it was Daniela Wallen. She's got 2 fouls now. Had a glance at Team Colombia in the stands. They play next against Brazil at 6:35. Colombia plays Virgin Islands tomorrow, so they're doing a little advanced scouting. Saw Mabel Martinez drinking a little juice box there. She led Colombia in scoring in the 2016 South American Championships as Taylor travels.
We've already seen, what, maybe 4 travels called?
Yep.
I'm waiting for the obligatory carrying of the ball.
Here's Perez around Renault, launching the 3, missed badly.
Right now, they can keep going under the screens with her until she hits.
Still 8-6. Coming up on a minute 30, Lenice Bao pops from 18, no good. Rebound Garate. Here comes Ivani Marquez. There's your head tap.
This is going to be Horns with a flare. Oh, didn't flare. Went down the lane.
Perez, fall away from the right elbow. No good, but Renault cleans it up. And we are tied at 8. Coming up on a minute to play in this first quarter. Venezuela has finally drawn even.
The Venezuelan head tap's different play than the Virgin Islands.
Well, yeah, you had me looking for the double stack.
Right.
Oh, nice fake by Hamilton. She did not get it off in time. Well, I guess she did.
She did.
Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Virgin Islands. Boy, I didn't think she got that off. Now some substitutions as Natalie Day comes back on for Virgin Islands. Tanika Carey comes out. Have not seen Kadisha Berry just yet.
Isolation. There you go.
Day with the left hand comes right in and scores. Gives Virgin Islands the lead back.
Their head tap is going to be Horns. And then a variation out of it.
Now Renault back out to Ivani Marquez. Nice arcing jump shot from the right side, and we're tied back up at 10. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Here comes Bao.
I'd come right back to Day in the post. Give her some room, clear out.
Tate over to Taylor. 2 now 1. She gets it off and misses wide right. The first quarter comes to an end. We are tied up at 10. Virgin Islands led much of the quarter, but Venezuela clawed its way back. Second quarter action when we return. Tied at 10 after one quarter. Both teams with a lot of turnovers in their first quarter. 7 for Virgin Islands, 6 for Venezuela.
They're virtually even in every category except for fast break points. Now, shooting percentage, Virgin Islands only shooting 29%, but it's a tied game. They're getting a lot of looks inside that they have to finish.
Virgin Islands has been to the free throw line, but Venezuela has not.
Both are at 0% from three-point, but the Virgin Islands has not attempted any.
Cheryl Renault, 3 rebounds in that first quarter for Venezuela. Valeska Perez leads Venezuela with 4 points. Natalie Day, she had 7 in the first quarter. She had 7 the whole game yesterday. Day also with 4 rebounds for Virgin Islands, so wanted to get her more involved. And she certainly is.
Yes. Now the play that she scored off the right block, there was great spacing. It allowed her to turn in with her over her right shoulder to go to the basket. I'd come back to that.
Back to the action here at Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires. Day 2 of group play of the 2017 FIBA Americup Championship for women. Tate pulls up over Ivani Marquez. Her shot is short. Marquez the board. Had a very entertaining opening game today between Paraguay and Cuba. Paraguay won that one in a thriller.
Should stay down here.
Luisana Ortega into the game now for Venezuela, as is Mariana Duran. Along with Marquez Garate.
Good pass. Swing it. Good.
Tate from in close.
Travel.
She traveled, yes, sir. Renault still in the game for Venezuela.
Comes the head tap.
Out there for Virgin Islands, it's Tate Hamilton.
There it is. Nice.
Nice play indeed.
So whatever side the point guard goes to, she'll slide down. The big will slide into the lane. The opposite big will look inside off the pass to get her a layup.
First 2 points for Marielka Garate. Nice cut to Taylor. Taylor shoots up over the bigger defender and gets it to go.
Excellent use of her body there to get that shot off. Come right back to it. That's what you want to do. You have success out of a play, you go right back to it.
Keep running it until they stop it.
That's right.
Left side to Ortega. Shot clock down to 8. Now Renault kicks it out to Marquez for 3. That's short. Tate the rebound.
Nice bounce pass.
In traffic indeed. Taylor gets her own rebound and puts it up and in.
And the only way that would have gotten there, Craig, is with the bounce pass.
Virgin Islands back on top by 2. There's Mariana Duran. Out to Marquez. Marquez tries zipping the pass underneath to Renault, but it's off the mark, and here comes Hamilton.
Good
ahead
catch.
to Tate to Day. Day, she found a seam and was able to get some space to get a shot up, but missed.
Okay, Virgin Islands needs a sprint back on D.
3 on the way from Ivani Marquez, and that's good. Venezuela back on top now. Bow into the front court, picked up by Duran.
Well, at the left side, UCLA.
Lenise Bow getting it to Tate. Tate gives it up. Outside shot is no good. Now Sealy Marcano on for Venezuela, as Cheryl Renault gets her first break of the game. Renault putting in 13 good minutes as Oscar Silva looks on.
Oh, that could have been a moving screen out top.
Garate on the drive. Protects the ball. Throws it up high off the left side. No good.
Sometimes you can get away with that moving screen if you open up to the point guard as if you're looking to receive the pass.
You know all the tricks. Do you teach that?
Yes.
Hamilton, the jumper from 15, and that's good. Marquez now on the left side, around Marcano. Gets it to Marcano. Baseline jumper. Off the top of the backboard, it just about fell in. Hamilton knocks Marquez over. Mary P.A. Mallow says play on. High off the glass, pretty shot.
Another one of the lost arts in basketball, using the backboard. It will increase your percentage 10 to 15% if you can become consistent with it.
That was Scottie Pippen-esque. Hamilton back in there, slams the floor in frustration. She had the ball and then got called for the travel. That's why she slammed the floor.
All right, anytime you roll with it.
Lanice Bow comes out, and Kadisha Berry comes on.
They changed that rule about, what, maybe 10 years ago, 5 to 10 years ago. Guys were rolling all over the floor with it.
Mariana Duran catch and shoot. High arcing jumper rattles its way in. And Venezuela back to within one, just under 5.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. And Kadisha Berry is wincing as she runs. And an offensive foul.
Day had to read Hamilton on that. She was driving. She brought her defender in. Got to keep that spacing.
That was the first foul of the entire game on Virgin Islands. Oh, Marquez.
Everybody thought she was shooting.
Yeah, including Marielka Garate. She was turning to get in position to take the rebound, and Marquez was instead trying to pass it. There's William Colon looking on again. And here's Victoria Hamilton, high right side. Bounce pass over to Tate. Now left side to Day. Day launches from 20, and that's good over the outstretched arm of Marielka Garate.
She was taking her time on that, patient, waited for her opportunity, and took advantage of it.
Marquez takes Hamilton to the hole. Pull-up jumper along the baseline, no good. Good look by Ivani Marquez.
Nice bounce pass.
Wow, tough shot in traffic there by Imani Tate. Hard to believe those are her first 2 points of the game.
Right, after the day she had yesterday.
And Victoria Hamilton called for her second foul.
But we've also seen Hamilton step up her game today and Day step up, so they're doing a good job of waiting for their opportunities and taking advantage of it.
Venezuela takes timeout with 4:08 to play in the second quarter. Virgin Islands leads 22-17.
la bola, necesito tener una mano encima. No puedo dejar nada más que se acomode para tirarla con facilidad. Me mantengo, la molesto, regreso y que no me penetre con facilidad. Los cortes vienen del lado de él. Todo el tiempo es la pelota la mueve, pum, pum. ¿Sí? O corta directo, pon el cuerpo al frente, que lo hizo bien Siuli una vez que le dieron el ofensivo. Entonces, si me mantengo frente a ella, cuando tome el lanzamiento, todo lo bloquea. Pero...
Okay. Hey, hey.
22-17 with 4:08 to play in the second quarter here in Buenos Aires. It's the 2017 FIBA Americup Championship for women. Back to live action. Perez misses. Renault another rebound. Gives it to Perez, filling the lane.
Renault does a good job of establishing position down there. She's always in the area to get a rebound or to get a post move.
Virgin Islands foul on Anisha George, her first. She was in foul trouble yesterday. Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, that really limited her time yesterday to less than 15 minutes.
Barry on the drive. George bowls over Mariana Duran, no call. Either way, Marquez. Ivani Marquez looks a lot more comfortable today than she did yesterday.
Yes. Again, there's Renault right in the middle, inside the lane for the bucket.
Renault's got 4 points.
Very confident with that move.
Now Perez takes it and misses. Renault fighting for another rebound. Could not come up with that one.
Good stutter.
That won't go. Marquez tips it and controls it and gets it to Mariana Duran. Renault's got 4 rebounds. Duran gets it poked away. Shot clock at 10. Perez on the left side.
They call those screens.
Oh, nice feed to Betancourt, but her shot gets blocked. Duran back to Perez for 3. Misses right. Marquez saves it inside. And now Renault goes up and gets fouled. Good persistence by Venezuela.
Again, she's right in the right spot again to get the ball.
And the foul was on Anisha George, and suddenly she's got 2. Renault misses the free throw, and I think she knew as soon as she let it go that she had missed. 24-20 in favor of Virgin Islands. Had a feeling this one would be close. Second free throw up and in. The lead down to 3. Now Renault comes out, replaced by Josimar Corrales.
No, she's staying in.
Oh.
Betancourt.
Corrales replaces Betancourt.
Head tap, coming back with it. This is stack. Can go off of it, play out of it.
Vow on the left side, shot clock at 10. There's George. She gets surrounded, and Ivani Marquez takes a shot to the sternum or throat or something, but she comes out of there with it.
They're collapsing down on George. She needs to look to kick it out.
Oh, beautiful pass inside to Renault from Perez, and Renault scores. She's got 6. Make it 7. Forgot about that free throw. And Venezuela within 1.
Good footwork. She has great footwork.
Tate steps inside, Puts up the 18-footer, no good. Nice tap from Ivani Marquez. And Venezuela comes out of there with the rebound. Looking for the lead now. Here's Ivani, and she gets fouled by Lenice Bao. And she'll go to the line. That's the 15th foul for Virgin Islands. Mirror image of the first quarter when Venezuela had 5 team fouls and Virgin Islands had none. Now Virgin Islands has 5 and Venezuela has none. Virgin Islands takes time out with 1:21 to play in the second quarter. This is the 2017 FIBA America's Americup Championship for women.
Okay, you're here. Imani, shooter, here. Okay, Nick, you're over here. Okay, open with 2 strings. Okay, you 2 over here. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Bloqueo y en los cortes pongan el cuerpo. Vamos, arriba, 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 con ganas. Duro, 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 vamos, vamos, duro.
24-23 in favor of Virgin Islands. William Colon's squad up by 1 for the moment, but Venezuela will be going to the free throw line as you look at the extremely talented Valeska Perez there.
Venezuela putting everybody back with Marquez.
Ivani hits the first, and we're tied at 24. They must have lots of confidence in her free throw shooting ability.
Exactly.
Is that a little unnerving if you're the free throw shooter?
No, I think it's a confidence thing, too.
Well.
And, of course, she missed it, but no, I get it. It's a confidence thing.
Maybe they just didn't want to give up a transition bucket on a weird bounce on a rebound. I don't know. Day, tough shot over Marielka Garate. Second time she's done that.
She's having a good afternoon.
She sure is. Day's got 11. Already well past her output yesterday. Inside of a minute to play now. Duran trying to shake Kadisha Berry. Throws the high pass inside to Perez, but it's a little too far. And that'll be Virgin Islands ball.
Let's see if they come back with the open play again.
And now timeout taken by Virgin Islands. 42.5 to play in the second quarter. 26-24 in favor of William Colon's team.
Over here, okay? Bring the ball off in over here, okay? Try to go when they go, let's say 8 seconds to shoot, okay? Now you're gonna pop out here, okay? Now you're gonna run there like this.
La sacan a ella, que cuando hagamos un pick and roll al final de la posesión, por debajo de 10 segundos, de ella en la esquina y tengamos la penetración. Está bien.
Rebounds just about dead even, as is the score. 26-24 in favor of Virgin Islands. We were tied just a moment ago. Two more games coming up today.
Looks like they're running the open set from before.
But still another half of basketball to go in this one. Kadisha Berry. Over to Bao, now to Day. Day driving on Garate, kicking it back out, and now the 3 from the corner. That's good!
Just like Coach Cologne drew it up.
Imani Tate, and now a steal as Virgin Islands looks to extend this suddenly 5-point lead. Shot clock is off. Game clock at 6. Day on the drive. Puts it up with the left hand and scores it, and she'll go to the line to try to make it a 3-point play. Wow, a quick swing here. A 6-point run. Make it a 7-point run by Virgin Islands in the space of just about a minute 20 seconds. So Day will go to the free throw line with 4.2 left. Daniela Wallen comes back on for Venezuela, as does Josimar Corrales.
They're playing with a lot more confidence today, too.
They sure are.
And sometimes that can really start the runs.
Free throw is good. Venezuela does not take timeout. Virgin Islands makes a substitution. Day comes out in favor of Remaisha Claxton. Corrales gets the inbound pass. 2 now 1. She does not get a shot off. And the first half comes to an end. An 8-point burst at the end of the quarter by Virgin Islands gives them a 32-24 lead heading into halftime. Let's take a look at the halftime numbers here. Venezuela not shooting very well. 10 of 32 overall. Rebounds, as we said, just about even. Venezuela with a slight edge on the offensive glass. Virgin Islands the edge defensively. Turnovers about even. Teams took much better care of the ball in that second quarter than they did in the first.
Right, they sure did.
Virgin Islands outscoring Venezuela 22-14 in the second quarter. Let's take a look at the individual numbers on this one as we roll the highlights. For Venezuela, Josimar Corrales played but did not score. She does have 2 rebounds. Ivani Marquez, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Daniela Wallen, 2 points. Luisana Ortega played but did not score. Mariana Duran has 2 points. Cheryl Renault has 7 points and 5 rebounds. Marielka Garate, 2 points and 4 boards. Valeska Perez, a quiet 5 points. She had 21 last night against Brazil and only 1 rebound. Marcano and Betancourt both played but did not score for Venezuela. Virgin Islands, Carrie and Barry played but did not score. Natalie Day, a much more productive first half than she had last night. She has 14 points and 8 rebounds. Lenise Bao, no points, but 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Victoria Hamilton with 6. Imani Taylor, Itiana Taylor with 5. Imani Tate with 7. Taylor also has 4 rebounds. And George played in that first half, but did not score. Well, Mark, what do you think led to that sudden outburst by Virgin Islands at the end of that first half?
I think it was their pace of play. Then they got into the press there, the 1-2-2, and it got some things out of that tip ball. Every time you get a little deflection, that throws the other team out of the rhythm. They get the ball, they go down, they score. Again, that builds confidence, something that we didn't really see yesterday in the game that they played. Today you can see it. They're bouncing the step, their first step going to the basket, all is much more with confidence than we saw yesterday. So it should be still a good game going into the second half. Venezuela's going to come back. They're going to go on a run. It's going to be one of those games like we had the first game. Game of runs. Whoever has the last run typically wins. So look forward to the second half.
I think you are absolutely 100% dead on, my friend. I think this one will tighten back up, and I think we will have an exciting game down the stretch. Two more games coming up after this one. Colombia and Brazil at 6:35. Colombia making their 2017 tournament debut. Brazil looking to go 2-0. This is the 2017 FIBA Americup for Women, live from Buenos Aires.
Yeah, so I look into the, that's my son. And wedding probably. No, wedding? I don't like to do a lot of weddings. Yeah. It's a pain. I do some, but I like to I do concerts. A lot of concerts. Yeah. I'm a promoter, let's see, I'm a star. That's my chiropractor. She's a better than Lucia. Rodrigo. Yeah. Chiropractor, huh? Chiropractor, yes. Dr. Wright. Chiropractor, that's what I said. I said somebody else. He graduated with my son. That was at his birthday party. Yeah, that's the one that's working his PhD in economics. So he's gonna, he's in New York. So Alejandro is gonna call him when we get to New York and show him some places to visit. Living in New York. He doesn't go to school, but he can do his PhD in economics. So now you're out. We'll follow him. So sometimes, you know, when I take pictures of my head, I recreate. No, that's the carry. That's the travel camera. Yeah. You want the more camera? Yeah, more camera. I play around. That's what you got. The next tournament, you have it. Yes. This habitat. Yeah. And the baby. Before after. Remodel a house. I remodeled my bathroom.
Welcome back to Buenos Aires, the Estadio Obras Sanitarias. Day 2 of play at the FIBA Americup for Women, the 2017 edition. This tournament used to be called the FIBA Americas Championship. Won in 2015 by Canada. Canada with a big win last night over Cuba. And they will play in just a little while in the nightcap against Puerto Rico tonight at 9:05. One game already final today. Paraguay defeated Cuba in a thriller, 69-66. Best game of the tournament so far, I think.
I would agree.
Although last night's game between Brazil and Venezuela was pretty good. Despite the 8-point spread, Venezuela got it to within 4 after trailing by 8 with under a minute. And then one more game between this contest and Canada-Puerto Rico. That will be Colombia's tournament debut at 6:35, taking on Brazil. There's a look at Natalie Day, a great first half for her. 14 points and 8 rebounds. She rebounded very well from her performance yesterday when she only scored 7 points. against Argentina in an 80-48 loss.
Interesting note, both teams have shot 32 and 31 shots respectively, with Venezuela 1 for 11 on 3-point shots, while the Virgin Islands has only attempted 2. So you look at that, they're concentrating more of their offense with inside the arc and getting things done in there. Venezuela with Renault's can go inside. They just got to get some more production. I think Perez will turn up here in the second half. Marquez is going to be steady. They just have to have some other players chip in with some points here.
Ivani Marquez much more comfortable looking today than she was yesterday. And we are back underway. Velasco Perez bulls her way into the lane, and she gets tied up. And that'll be Virgin Islands ball on the alternating possession arrow. Bow swings it over right side to Tate.
Good ball movement, utilizing both sides of the court.
That looked like
wrong side.
That looked like another kick, didn't it?
Well, I was more concerned about where the pass went. She threw it on the wrong side of the defender.
Nice finish there by Daniela Wallen. She's got 4 now. Venezuela back to within 6.
If that bounce pass would have been on the baseline side,
and
yet another.
And it traveled against Virgin Islands. It'll be Venezuela ball as they try to cut into this lead as the second half resumes. We are honored here on Media Row to be sitting next to Stephanie Mignot, the global head of television for FIBA. Takes excellent care of us, along with everybody from FIBA. William Rosario has been to her left. I don't know where he skedaddled off to. William and Lucas, Javier, everybody just do a tremendous job putting these tournaments on, and this FIBA TV crew is absolutely second to none. And of course they have the brilliance to hire us. Good offensive rebound in the corner there. Pass tipped by Wallen. Shot clock at 7.
Plenty of time. Don't need to rush.
Yeah, Day certainly did not panic. Finally got it inside to George. And the three-point attempt by Bao, not in time.
The little things, just like passing angles, make just such a huge difference in the game, especially when you move up in levels, because the players are much better defenders. They're much better athletes. You have to take that into mind when you're making these passes.
Looked to be a bump there, and now the pass intercepted by Tate. That foul is going to be on Ivani Marquez. Well, it's been a little different in this tournament, and maybe my recollection is that it happens a lot more, but on a fast break, I'm seeing a lot less grabbing of the ball carrier leading the break.
I think we saw it once yesterday.
I think that's it. Now Perez around the screen by Corrales. Picks up the dribble, gives it up. Now Corrales in traffic.
Oh, no.
And they're going to give her the offensive foul. As Imani Tate goes to the deck. Oscar Silva did not like that call. Now Tate zips the pass inside. Good ball movement. Goes out of bounds off of the hands of Day. And that'll be Venezuela ball. There was a Venezuela player down.
I did not see what happened on that one.
Did not either.
Is it
That's
Perez?
Valeska Perez. Yeah. She appeared to be kind of moving gingerly before. Oh yeah, she took a shot to the midsection.
Right.
Had the wind knocked out of her.
Now we have seen her become more aggressive this second half with the first couple plays. She's had the ball in her hands.
Perez. And a foul as she tries to change direction and make her way into the lane. A big FIBA hello to all our friends in Venezuela, in Barquisimeto.
Good rebound by Renault.
Where the 2016 Women's South American Championship was held, and in Caracas, where the men's tournament was held last year. Lots of good times there. And Virgin Islands, the Central Basket Tournament was held there in June. And the British Virgin Islands hosted the Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championship in 2015.
Quite the global game.
Made some great friends in the islands. Marquez misses, and the lead remains 7. Day gets it over to Bow. Bow to Hamilton. Back out to Bow. Pass nearly stolen by Marquez. Now Tate for 3. Hamilton the rebound. And a travel. There you get a look at Team Brazil.
Oh, never foul the jump shooter, especially behind the arc.
And there's Team Colombia. Mabel Martinez. So that foul was on Anisha George, her 3rd. And Marquez misses again.
Now they've moved Marquez to the shooting guard spot during the first 4 plays of this half for Venezuela, with Perez taking the point position. I wonder if Coach Silva said something to Perez about being more aggressive offensively at the half.
Marquez misses 2 of 3. Lead stays at 6. Well, Perez is actually listed on the roster as a point guard. Tate.
We've seen Marquez take nice move.
That was a tremendous move by Imani Tate, weaving her way through traffic and going off the glass and giving Virgin Islands an 8-point lead. I wonder if we'll see somebody on Venezuela like we saw Cuba.
Nice pass.
In Casanova kind of take over and say that's enough of that.
Right.
But a great pass from Perez and the nice finish by Renault.
2-3 zone out of Venezuela.
And an offensive foul against Natalie Day. That'll be her 2nd. Saw her try to clear out with that left elbow.
Perez still rubbing her ribs after that hit.
Wallen, left side to Marquez.
Nice
Marquez around a hard screen by Renault, but she can't finish. And the reach-in foul by Marquez. That'll be the 2nd foul on Ivani Marquez, the 34-year-old heart and soul of this Venezuelan team.
Taylor just talking to Day and Bao about calling out the screen.
Tate to Bao. Now Day. Back to Bao. Swinging it around the outside.
Good ball movement.
Tate the long deuce, and that's good. Lead back to 8 as we move inside the 5-minute mark of this third quarter, 38-30.
Oh, did she step? Almost looked like she stepped back over the line.
Marquez catch and shoot 3. She thought it was in. Looked good. Just caught back iron.
Sometimes just a little slight movement, like she was falling to her left as she shot that, which she normally doesn't do.
Tate gets the handle back. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hamilton moving in from the corner. High off the glass and in. Now Wallen from the baseline airmails that one.
Good defensive rotation out of the Virgin Islands on that one.
Virgin Islands' biggest lead of the game, 10. Day tries to make it 13, but misses the 3. Taylor cleans it up and puts it in. And Venezuela wants timeout. The lead is up to 12 at 42-30 in favor of Virgin Islands. 3:56 to play, third quarter.
Vamos a 22. Recuerden que la pelota va a llegar, salen las dos del lado, vamos arriba a la negación, estamos por delante y tú flotas en el lado débil. Igual sale aquí, salimos las dos, negamos y flotamos. ¿Okay? Vamos a tratar de llegarle bien a esta trampa. A ver si podemos cortar unas 2 o 3 pelotitas que nos permita meter bandeja. Pues. Vamos arriba. Vamos.
Lucho, perdón. Release the man to man. Okay? No blue. One play only like that, okay?
Coach Cologne switching it up. I like that.
(42-30) with 3:56 to play in the third quarter. As Virgin Islands has outscored Venezuela in this second half thus far, 12-6. As we come back to the live action.
2-1-2. Can drop back into a 2-3 out of it. Go with the left hand, she would have had that steal.
Perez over to Marquez for 3, short. Renault another rebound. Corrales gets it back to Perez and Venezuela resets. Corrales from outside the right elbow, that rolls off. Renault just about grabbed another rebound.
Bounce pass.
Tate couldn't get it to fall in, and here comes Valeska Perez 1-on-3, throws it way into the corner for Ivani Marquez, and she gets trapped along the baseline, and Virgin Islands forces the travel. Nice job by Day and Bao.
Virgin Islands still sticking with that game plan offensively of not shooting threes. They only shot 2 there so far in this half. Venezuela in the 2-3 zone.
Day on the left side. Back out to Bao. Now right side to Tate. Loose ball. Perez comes up with it, and Perez gets whacked from behind. And that's going to be an unsportsmanlike. I think they're going to call that on Imani Tate. I don't think it was necessarily anything.
Oh.
I was going to say I don't think it was anything intentional or malicious, but just reached over and clotheslined her. I think maybe if they had another look at that, that might be a disqualifying foul.
Right, the way she came down with that right arm.
Perez hits both free throws. So it's a 10-point lead now. And Venezuela gets the ball. Taylor Jones in for Virgin Islands.
Staying in the 2-3 also.
Corrales to Marquez. Marquez launches the three, misses left. And out ahead to Taylor. Nice control by Taylor to track that down and maintain her body angle to be able to lay that in.
It's the first time we've seen Jones today.
Lead back to 12, 44-32.
The zone is giving Venezuela some fits right now.
And Marquez stepped on the end line before she touched that pass. So that's a turnover. Yeah, Venezuela just all kinds of discombobulated on offense. Tough work by Taylor as Marquez comes away with the rebound.
Virgin Islands getting a lot of good looks out of the zone inside.
Perez launching the three. Renault another rebound, but she gets it ripped away. Foul's going to be on Cheryl Renault. Renault's got 9 rebounds to go along with 9 points. Ivani Marquez, 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. Waleska Perez, 0 for 9 for Venezuela.
Ooh, that's a tough day so far.
That 3 by Day is no good. Perez tips the rebound ahead to Marquez. Marquez looked like she was going to do a little wraparound behind the back pass, maybe do a ball fake on that. Got it stuck on her hip and then lost it.
She's getting a little frustrated right now.
Yeah, she is. Then she commits the foul, so she will head to the bench with her 3rd foul. Yosimar Corrales also with 3 fouls for Venezuela. Victoria Hamilton has 3 fouls for Virgin Islands, as does Anisha George. So Lenise Bow to the free throw line. To lead up to 13. Bow, solid numbers for the tournament. Gets her 2nd point. .14 lead now for Virgin Islands. Coming up on a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. Perez the floater, and an offensive foul against Valeska Perez. And that's her 1st.
Two-three zone is really taking them out of their game here in the last 3-4 minutes.
Well, if you're Venezuela, what do you do to break that?
Well, there's a couple of variations with that on how you align your offense and get the overload aside. Have 4 players on one side, try to have 3 guard it, you get some shots. But if they keep hitting their shots like this, they're going to stay in the zone.
Tate's 3-pointer makes the lead 17 with 40 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter.
And you can run the man-to-man against zone, which they're doing there.
Wallen gets it blocked, and then she gets fouled. First block was clean. The second, there was contact. So Daniela Wallen will go to the line.
What I meant by that is that you can run your man sets against zones if you're having trouble. Getting good looks, getting movement by going to your man set plays. Now you're getting your movement, you're getting a pattern going.
Wallen now with 6 points. Wallen yesterday against Brazil had 21 and 6 rebounds. So her production has fallen off from yesterday to today. Now Tate misses from in close.
Perez has a point there. There was a little elbow being thrown out.
Didn't quite see it.
But she still had their hand on the ball, so they usually don't call that. Right there. You can see a little chicken wing of the arm.
Free throw is good. I think the chicken wing was one piece you did not eat last night at
Stop it.
Sigue La Vaca.
Well, you made me feel bad. You said it was tradition that you had to eat and eat.
Well, I was just following the lead. Everybody else was going up for a second full plate of steak and chicken and sausage. Third quarter comes to an end with Virgin Islands on top, 51-34. Does Venezuela have enough in the tank to come back in this fourth quarter? We shall see. This is the 2017 FIBA Americup Championship for women. Venezuela a dismal 1 for 17 from beyond the arc. And at some point, you have to wonder, do they want to stop shooting those, or are they too far behind that you have to keep shooting them?
Well, they're going to have to attempt a few more here just to see where they're at with it. But the one thing that they have going, Virgin Islands, points in the paint, they're +6 with 22-16, and then points off the bench, 9-4 in their favor, which they did not have yesterday, either stat. And I did mix in a salad last night.
You did have a salad.
Actually, 2.
Back to the play here in Buenos Aires. Glad you could be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas and around the world. Renault, yep, she traveled. Not how Venezuela wanted to start off this fourth quarter. I think you put some meat on your salad, though, didn't you?
Did not. I did not.
Are you sure?
I'm positive on that. Look underneath.
Instead, they go to the corner to Kadisha Berry. They're keeping it on the outside. Shot clock at 2. Tate's got to put it up. She does, and hits
it. That was a 3.
The lead now 20 for Virgin Islands. I did not expect this.
Nor did I.
Certainly not over, but... And now Berry commits the foul.
Again, we see what a day a difference makes. Or a difference a day makes.
I knew what you meant. I wasn't going to call attention to it. That's okay. You know, because I never make mistakes.
I know you don't.
I made one right there. Saying I don't make any. Wallen, long three-pointer. Tell that missed badly. Almost banked it in, though. And I don't want to quite say the wheels have come off for Venezuela, but the lug nuts are certainly loose. I think they're far too composed and experienced to have the wheels come off.
Right, I would agree. They're going to make a run here.
They did against Brazil. We had practically counted them out yesterday against Brazil.
Good curl.
Pass a little bit too hard.
4-on-1.
And a good foul there by Renault.
When the scores like this, fast breaks like that tend to tell a story. You see 4 blue jerseys against 1 white. When the 4 white jerseys don't even get across half court, that tells you something. But they got to keep playing.
And you really just have to wonder how much yesterday's game against Brazil took out of Venezuela. Virgin Islands, on the other hand, they got thumped by Argentina, but it was not a close game, so...
No. And it was the last game of the night, too, so it was a quick turnaround for the Virgin Islands, even though they're playing the second game today.
And they have a shorter roster.
Yes.
So...
Yeah, and we talked about that last night, too, with this game today.
Both teams really having you would think, a tough go of it today, but Venezuela certainly seems to have been impacted by yesterday more than Virgin Islands has. Oh, beautiful streak by Day, but she missed the layup. Here comes Marquez.
Good pass.
Nice feed to Corrales, and she lays it in.
Marquez won't let them give up here.
Lead back to 20.
There you go.
3-on-2. Marquez the three-pointer, and that's good. Just the second one of the game for Venezuela. Marquez has them both. And the lead down to 17. Timeout taken. Virgin Islands leads 56-39, 7:23 to play.
Lefty, bring the ball, okay? We're gonna go opposite side. You're gonna be inside. Okay, right here. Okay. Victoria. See here. Okay. The other
I don't think the Virgin Islands is going to shoot any threes.
Yeah, I think they're going to want high percentage shots, be patient on their offense, and not give this one away.
Coach Cullum emphasized it 3 times during that timeout. No threes.
I would almost rather have a 24-second violation, a shot clock violation, than shoot a three-pointer. If I'm Virgin Islands, you know?
Right, running the clock. It's in your favor. Nice backdoor.
And a hard foul by Renault.
And that was a nice pass from Hamilton.
It was a fantastic pass.
Caught it and then threw it right off her hip. Hamilton is the passer, right off her hip. That was beautiful.
A little bit surprised they didn't call that an unsportsmanlike. Again, in U.S. Pro Ball, that might have just been a hard foul. Might have been a flagrant, but she kind of took her out of the air and took her down to the floor. Lead back to 18. Wallen. And Venezuela gives it away. Mariana Duran tried the wraparound pass to get it to Cheryl Renault, but goes out of bounds, and it'll be Virgin Islands ball.
Tate's having another big day. 20 points, 7 rebounds.
Making a bid to be on the all-tournament team.
There you go, spreading the floor. Another beautiful bounce pass.
Wow, Virgin Islands just executing their offense to perfection the last couple trips up the floor. And the lead is back to 20.
Going with a 2-guard front, putting the post player at the free throw line, and people in the corners. Then you can cut out of it.
Duran loses her footing. Corrales ends up with it. Has it blocked from behind. That was Tate on the block. Marquez to inbound with 5 on the shot clock.
Nice play.
Gets it to Renault, and Renault kisses it over the rim. And the lead cut to 18. Venezuela comes away with the steal. Marquez. Tied up by Tate. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, she had her feet. She had Ivani Marquez's foot trapped between her feet and was holding on to her. That's not a foul. Wasn't using my hands.
She wasn't going to go anywhere, was she?
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I have not.
Just the second team foul on Virgin Islands. Venezuela also with 2 team fouls in this fourth quarter. Marquez, turnaround jumper no good. Hamilton pushing it up.
3.
Now she's trapped.
You want to avoid 3 on the trap because that's why right there.
Wow,
that's why you don't want to ever trap with 3 people.
Managed to get the ball out of there and get it to Tate.
2 is fine, 3 is too many. It just leaves too many people open then.
Marquez thought about the 3. Gives it up to Corrales. Corrales skips her way into the lane, flips it up with the left hand off the glass and in. Tough shot by Josimar Corrales. 22 points and 7 rebounds for Imani Tate. Here comes Marquez with the steal. Gives it up to Wallen, and Wallen lays it in.
Good unselfish play by Marquez.
Lead down to 16. 4:45 to play.
They get a stop here.
Foul's going to be on Renault. That's her 4th.
They put a flurry of points on the board yesterday late, so
yeah, they did.
Technically, you know, it's still going to be a good game.
Pass intercepted by Wallen, and Mary Pierre Malo gets in the way of the.
I still don't think she could have gotten it. It would have been quite
yeah, I
an
think she
effort.
would have been out of bounds,
Right.
but maybe she could have at least saved it in bounds to a teammate.
Or thrown it, yeah.
Marquez goes down. Tate shoots and books that one. Tate with 24 now. We saw a tournament high earlier of 27 in our first game. I believe that was Paola Ferrari.
Yes.
Duran misses from in close.
Nice pass ahead.
Up ahead to Tate. Can't get the
travel.
shot. Oh, she did travel. That's a good eye. I didn't see that.
No, as soon as the whistle blew, I knew what it was. I've seen it enough. It was an excellent pass.
Yep.
Once we started getting called for a lot of that, we taught the guys to slap the ball down instead of catching it. And then that way, that eliminated a lot of travels. We'd work on that 2-3 times a week. Fast break drill.
Nice pass from Marquez into Renault, and she's going to draw the foul. Is that on Victoria Hamilton? No, I believe it's on Lenise Bow. It is on Hamilton. So that's 4 on Victoria Hamilton. She's played a solid game.
And that's one thing that American players have to adjust to is the travel call in FIBA. It's much different than ours. And the fact that instead of putting the ball, you have to put the ball down first before you can move your foot. And well, in America, we do it different. And guys get called for travel a lot till they adjust to it.
Renault hits the second free throw. Time definitely now running short for Venezuela. Just 3:49 to play. They trail by 17. And a timeout called by Virgin Islands. 3:49 to go. Don't forget, coming up at 6:35 local time, it's Colombia and Brazil. But still a little business to take care of in this one. Let's see if Venezuela has enough left in the tank to come back.
Here, okay? You're going to be inside. You're going to be behind one here, like the box, okay? When they give the ball here, okay? Back here. We're going to go here.
La segunda grande o la última que está atrás tiene que ir a cuidar el arco. Ok, pero regresamos inmediatamente. Esta trampa es con ganas y corazón. Aquí no hay más nada que hacer.
3:49 to play. Venezuela trailing by 17. Virgin Islands with a nice bounce back after their loss last night to Argentina in the nightcap, and a steal by Venezuela. Daniela Wallen gets it to roll in.
Gonna give it one last shot here.
Lead down to 15.
Gotta get it across.
Made it with a couple of seconds to spare. Day has it stolen away by Duran. And now the unsportsmanlike called against Day. Let's see the replay on that. I'm not sure I understand why that unsportsmanlike was called.
Oh. Yeah,
so
you're right.
Duran to the free throw line, and Venezuela gets possession. Duran rolls the first free throw in. And the lead down to 14.
Kadisha Berry was imploring her team to move the basketball, move the ball.
Duran hits both free throws, and Venezuela gets the ball.
Well, 3:27 to go, 13-point lead. It's getting interesting again.
Bonnie Marquez right in front of us to inbound. Well, that was a risky pass off the inbound.
Yeah, she thought that, who was it, Day had her back turned to the play.
Catch and shoot for Marquez. Can't get it to fall. That would have brought it to within 10, and then we really would have had something going.
Again, just got it across.
And a foul against Itiana Taylor, I believe. So now Venezuela back to the free throw line.
Opportunity to put points on when the clock's not ticking.
Yes, sir. And this is Renault from the free throw line. Renault 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Make it 2 of 5. Now 2 of 6, actually.
Kick down. There you go, nice pass.
Tate on the finish. And the lead back to 15.
Venezuela has to look to score quickly.
Marquez loses it in traffic. Now Taylor has it poked out of there by Corrales. And Taylor will go to the free throw line. Imani Tate, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, and a partridge in a pear tree. 4 players in double figures for Virgin Islands. Natalie Day has 14 points, 13 rebounds. Victoria Hamilton, 12 points. Itiana Taylor, 11 points and 7 rebounds. The only other player to have scored for Virgin Islands is Lenise Bowen. She has 2.
And she's not typically a scorer. She's going to be a distributor and a ball ball defender. So, you know what? The Virgin Islands did exactly what we were talking about in the pregame, about having other people step up, especially Day. She's had quite a game today.
And they did not just rely on Day.
No.
So the lead back to 17 now, coming up on 2.5 minutes. That may have done it. And Marquez loses the handle. Bow underneath to Hamilton and the easy lay-in. Lead back to 19, and I think Venezuela may have run out of gas.
Right.
Shot blocked. I think that was Day on the block.
When you keep expending so much energy
Yeah.
to try to trap outside, then you turn around and you see layup after layup going in.
Duran in the paint can't get it to fall.
Well, that was a good call.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Venezuela. Marquez to inbound with 14 on the shot clock. Duran's got it. She puts up the 3. No good. A rebound out of bounds. Ooh.
Who was right? I thought it was going to stay down here.
Wow. I thought there were 2 Virgin Islands players that could have tipped that before the Venezuela defender.
You go up the sideline.
Nice steal by Ivani Marquez. She launches another 3. That rings out. Rebounded by Taylor. Tied up by Ortega. So Virgin Islands will get possession.
Switching the basketballs out. Moisture. The Molten does have a little bit different feel to it also.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you do, guys really like it.
They do.
You know, ladies too, I should say.
Yeah.
Inbound pass nearly stolen by Ortega. Here's Victoria Hamilton. And she gets the lay-in. And the lead is now 21, coming up on 1.5 minutes to play. Duran weaves her way into the lane. Oh, the pretty shot won't go.
Got to move the ball. Pass.
And you can tell Oscar Silva has kind of conceded. as Perez, Renault, Marquez, and Corrales are all out. On the floor, it's Betancourt, Ortega, Dalia Garcia, Mariana Duran, and Daniela Wallen. So Ortega to the free throw line. Strokes the first. Virgin Islands breaks the press quite easily. Oh, and a pretty layup by Victoria Hamilton going off the glass. And are they not letting the subs in?
I don't know if Coach Cologne called the timeout just to sub.
Heard the horn go off.
Right.
So they're not allowing the subs.
I don't think.
Now they're trying to figure out who was in the game.
Or who was at the table ready to go in first.
Yeah.
Again, you can't. It's not like in the U.S. where you can, the horn blows and you can call them in off the bench.
Right. Yeah, FIBA rules you have to be sat down next to the scorer's table in a designated area and let them know you're checking in.
And here the designated area looks to be the two boxes that are sitting right next to the...
That's typically what you'll see. Remember traveling in China a couple years ago and with an American pro team, and they would go and sit on the floor in front of the scorer's table, as pros often do. They stopped the game and said, can't sit here. Of course, they needed a translator because the referees only spoke Chinese. Finally took a moment to understand what they were trying to say, and it took a couple more times of
sitting in front
and before they had to go back. And then they learned to make the substitution signal, the crossing of the arms, and alerting the table. So there's a little bit of a learning curve.
Sure.
If you are not familiar with the international game.
And the other big difference that I like, only the coach can call timeouts.
Right.
No falling out of bounds, calling timeout.
Yep.
On the floor, calling.
Ortega from the right elbow, no good. Another rebound for Itiana Taylor. Carey loses the handle.
Yep,
2-on-1 for Venezuela.
Ready to pass it before she caught it.
Wallen scores. .20 seconds to play now. Virgin Islands is going to get its first win in group play. I would call this a minor upset. And now Remaisha Claxton scores, as does
Jones.
Taylor Jones gets in the scorebook as well, so that is how this one will end. Virgin Islands a big 79-53 win over Venezuela. Venezuela tried to make a couple of runs, but Virgin Islands had an answer every time. Virgin Islands moves to 1-1. They have 3 points. Venezuela 0-2. They have 2 points in Group A play.
Venezuela had a difficult day. Venezuela had a difficult day shooting today, 39%.
And 2 of 22 from three-point range.
9% is not going to get you anywhere behind the arc. 48 rebounds by the Virgin Islands. Wow. And 30 turnovers. Wow.
I did not think they had that many turnovers.
Didn't seem like it,
no,
did
it sure didn't. Wallen led Venezuela with 12 points. Renault had 9 rebounds. Ivani Marquez 8 assists. There's the 26 from Tate. Venezuela has another tough assignment tomorrow night. They take on Argentina in the nightcap. Virgin Islands opens play tomorrow against Colombia. Let's look at the individual numbers on this one. For Venezuela, Yosimar Corrales 4 points, 3 rebounds. Ivani Marquez 11 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Daniela Wallen 12 points, 3 boards. Luisana Ortega had 1. Mariana Duran had 4. Cheryl Renault had 12 points and 9 rebounds. Marielka Garate 2 points, 4 boards. Valeska Perez just 7 points and 3 rebounds. Sully Marcano and Odette Betancourt played but did not score. Talia Garcia played but did not score for Venezuela. For Virgin Islands, as we said, Imani Tate 26 points, 7 rebounds. She also had 3 steals. Natalie Day had 14 points and 14 rebounds. Rimaisha Claxton, 2 points. Lenise Bao, 2 points and 4 rebounds. Victoria Hamilton, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Itiana Taylor had 15 points, 11 rebounds. Imani Tate, as we said, 26 and 7. Taylor Jones had 2 points, and Anisha George did not score but contributed a pair of rebounds. So Virgin Islands rebounds nicely from their loss yesterday to Argentina. Virgin Islands tomorrow in the opener takes on Colombia at 1:35. Venezuela unable to rebound from their 71-63 loss to Brazil. On the host nation Argentina in a very difficult assignment tomorrow night. We knew, or rather we thought this was going to be a good game, a close game, but Mark, I did not anticipate Virgin Islands having this much success. And as I said, perhaps a minor upset. We knew they had players, they just don't have a very deep roster.
Right. You know, you got 10.
Yeah.
Venezuela has 11. But I think Craig Venezuela's shooting woes, they just couldn't get going in the second half. And I think I also noted that Perez, did she play in the fourth quarter? If she did, it wasn't much. because I'm going back to when I saw her rubbing her ribs in front of us. I don't know how sore she is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, that's one of the things, because she was off today. Marquez didn't hit. You know, it's just the shooting part of it that hurt him.
We're back at 6:35 with Colombia, Brazil from Thanks for watching. We wore Sennheisers yesterday. No, we did not wear Sennheisers yesterday.
All right.
We had a different brand yesterday.
Yeah, that's what it is then. These things are like cushions.
Yeah, they're tighter.
Okay. So it wasn't me.
Yeah.